We are, all right, we are back. Had a little bit of dinner. My ADD set in really bad. So I've totally moved on from one big project to another big project to now a different project that's not going to be as big because I can do this in my sleep. I have a craving to do another mid-century build. And I feel like Johnny Zest needs a desperate, very, very desperate renovation because it's Johnny Zest. He's living in this sad little trailer. And it needs some love. So we're going to go ahead and we're just going to demolish this whole thing. And we're going to pretend that like Mr. Zest has actually started to make some money in his comedic career. I believe he has it in him, but like I said, I want to do a mid-century build here. So I think this particular one we're gonna have gonna do a carport, and since it is the desert, it would make sense that he has a pool because it's gonna get hot. And I want to make it definitely a larger entrance here. We're gonna raise it up just a little bit. And we don't really have much of a view here, but I want like this like center conversation pit like thing. I don't know if you know too many mid-centuries, but familiar with the style. It is very common in the Northwest and in the desert. Actually, I think it's just common all over the place because it was inexpensive and easy to build. Let's actually bring this over just a hair. Make that a little bigger. I'm really weird about symmetry. It's got to be symmetrical. So of course we're gonna have to have a little dip in here. So when you come in, but our living room is going to be, are you gonna sink our living room? I think I'm gonna sink the living room. It is mid-century after all. I do want it to be bigger. That's weird. Why didn't you? But I think I'm going to keep a little bit higher. Do a fireplace centerpiece here. I guess actually this depends on the height. Ooh. Wait, might want to put those right there too. Oops. Okay. Put a fireplace there, big giant windows around here. Got our entryway. And there's always... Do I want to do a second level or do I want to keep this one level? No. I do want some sort of closet though. Walk in. And then this could be our hallway. To the primary. I'm just gonna shrink this for now because that is only a hallway. And we'll actually give him... Oops, hello. And we'll have... their hall too. Actually. Make this come out just a little bit here, because that will be a laundry room. What? You're not one big room? Okay, you are. Some carport area. Doop doop. Raise these all up before I forget. I think you're already good. All right, that'll be bedroom, guest bathroom. Guest. Oh my god, stop clipping. Guest bedroom. It's your living. There'll be a little bar area, dining room. Come out just a little bit more. Kitchen. Oh, bastard. I don't want. I want to be able to see the kitchen, but I think I'm going to do like a half wall thing. Let's see. See how tall cupboards are. That'll actually work a little bit better. And then definitely have a little back deck here. Should I pull out one more? All right, that is a decent base there. And now the roofing, which is always fun. So here, I got my chimney there, so I don't know if I love mid-century so much because the roofing is easier, or just because everything is asymmetrical. All right. Ooh. Let's see. Bit mostly desert colors here. You're a little too short. I'll give this guy a little half wall here. Oh, twitchy hands. And then I can still put a door in here. I believe I can. There should be tea should be cooled down by now. Even though it's almost adult beverage time. It's like a minute to adult beverage time. Oh, sorry, microphone. Stairway right here. Always start with the ugly stairs so you don't forget to change them. Double check and make sure here that I could put a door in. Oh yeah, that'll work perfectly. Let's go put our vehicle placement in, as always. Our little trusty black truck. It's not a flat lot, is it? Kind of looks like it has a little like bend right there. All right, we've got good placement going on here. So, fence of choice. We want a pool. I need to come up with more. Feel like maybe the pool should be off the bedroom. Nothing over there. Go ahead. Although I don't think actually you could put, now that I'm doing this, I don't think I could put a pool on here. No, I can't. Bastards. It's gotta be even. Oh my god, just go. Always. Why? Why won't you let me? That is dumb. Well, come back here. Angelina 4, how you doing? I'm doing well. It is going well. No, I don't play only Sims. I do a lot of first-person shooters, but I enjoy playing Sims more than any of the other games. You take them or leave them. I recently started streaming daily. I have the time and I love doing it. If I could do it for a living, I absolutely would. I am from Seattle, Washington. Where are you from? It is a pretty place. If you like the rain. think Johnny Zest needs some fake grass. If you want. No. Thank you, though. Good luck in your endeavors. Ooh. Yes, we definitely would have done something like that back then. I think I'm actually going to do a different roof type on that. Okay. Let's give that a save. And figure out our floor colors here. I don't want to go traditional brown. And look at a couple designs here. This truck looks so little in that driveway. I think I might have to have like a van or something. Ooh, I like that. I'm dying. It's also really cold. That's why I'm wearing a giant grandma sweater. Mm-hmm. Whoop, zoom back out. I do like that. Wait. Brain fart. Okay. had to look at that brick again. Ooh, I love this. Hi. Good, how are you? Are you guys still ninja turtling? Is anybody on? It's Friday night. Why aren't they on? Okay. This place has got like a wood slat. Is that black? I think actually I'm gonna do a little deeper brown here. Oh, get back here. And for our trim, that works. I don't think there was one that specifically. Ooh, that is very pooly. That might work. And I didn't forget about you over here. Oh, why can't I get under here? Didn't do it. I don't think they have. No, we don't have a brown with those. Let's stick with it for now. Gotta have the stone entryway. Fancy terracotta. Yes, you are. Ooh, I do love this one. Maybe a little darker. All right. Always go with the first choice. And for the rest of our driveway here. this needs an actual door. Door really fits. Oh, I guess we are gonna go with an art chair. What's up, Teddy? How you doing? It's true, there has got to be another way. Doing fantastic. Finishing up this tea so I can have some adult beverage time. The desert aesthetic, thank you. We are going for mid-century, of course. Can't help myself. I was like working on 2 different apartment buildings and it's just too big for right now. ADD. Keep moving on. Let's build. Time to put some lights in so I can see. Seriously. Although this isn't Strangerville, you know, that's technically supposed to be our Area 51, but is this supposed to be, was this one this one's New Mexico, right? Or is this one Arizona, New Mexico? I'm guessing based off of our little buddy over there, little dino buddy. I can never quite tell because they also say that, which one is it? Totally brain farting. The werewolf pack one. Oh my god. Moonwood Mill is supposed to be based off the Northwest, and I strongly disagree on that one. Same with Evergreen Harbor. Kind of? Not really? What was I doing? I was putting lights in. I got distracted. This is a closet. It's kind of a floor plan. It is. It's got its sunken living room. Of course, it's got a brick wall in the middle of the room, and this will be like the giant wood paneling closet when you walk in. This is a half wall that I'm actually going to lower, but that is going to overlook into your kitchen. That's very mid-century with the built-in wet bar. Dining room, it's going to have a shit ton of windows. Where'd this wall coloring come from? And speaking of windows, it is window time. That's too dark. Is that like this? That's almost the exact same color, isn't it? I love mid-centuries. We were trying to buy a house for a while there, and it was like I didn't care how outdated and how much work it needed done. I was like, ooh, that's the one. My husband strongly disagreed. I can't think I'm the only one. Now, as far as the olive green and orange everything, I could definitely do without. But I get down with some wood paneling. He's also strongly against any house that looks haunted. So pretty much anything that was made before mid-century. If it's got character, it's haunted. I was going for the whole like San Francisco row house thing earlier. There's just not enough shapes to those things. There is, but there isn't. Oops, I don't want to scale you. Oh God, what did I do? Stop it. Yikes. Did you ever find anything like dead body parts or war memorabilia in your yard when renovating, perhaps? Putting in a French drain and finding belt buckles and things, bones? That happened to our house when we renovated. My parents' house, I should say. It was William Bowing's guest house, and Charles Lindbergh used to stay there, I guess. But it's old as hell and super haunted. The upstairs hallway was fraught. Fraught? What do you mean? Like scary? Did it have a basement or a cellar? Seriously. I can't say I was like necessarily raised Catholic, but I went to Catholic school for 9 years, so I strongly believe in ghosts and creepy things. My husband's not down with that. The cellar was it? Well, I guess actually for Revolutionary War, there's probably unlikely chance you ever finished it or your family ever finished it. No, dude, I don't do cellars. Finished basements with windows, totally okay with. Did you find like a creepy room in your cellar that perhaps led to a sacrifice chamber of sorts? Like if it went in the basement, it's not coming out. It just lives there down there. It lives down there forever. We are good. Don't need to go in the basement. For whatever reason, I swear, wherever we lived, my room was always in the basement. Which I guess I got kind of used to. but I don't do spiders, and wolf spiders are no joke, and we had tons of them in our house. Did you check the bottom of the well before you cemented over it? Did you excavate it? I've always been scared of well water. Always. I've heard it's some of like the best, like out here. If you drive out into the woods a little bit, we have like some of the best spring water in the state. But I've always been so scared of well water. Like, what if somebody died in there? I've seen cabin fever. I am good. Thank you. And also, isn't there like a ton of like iron and minerals and stuff that can like destroy your teeth? Asking for a friend. Oh, okay. That's fair. Happy Veterans Day, by the way. I'm assuming you served. We are almost Veterans Day. Veterans Observance Day and pre-celebration. That's funny. My mod like totally like blocked disturb there. Uh oh, like what are we talking? What did we rustle up? I have a ghost who's been with me my whole life. I just call him Rex because it sounds friendly. And in the Ghost of Mrs. Muir, Rex Harrison played the ghost. So it's that's where we go now. Was it like California style Indian burial ground? Poltergeist? Don't pretend like you don't like this mid-century sunken floor brick pattern here. Seriously though, uh, well, Rex has actually been pretty awesome. I've definitely been visited or encountered other ghosties that I guess I could say are not as friendly, and he's always protected me. He's kept me alive all of these years. Just a shadow ghost, so. But one of the ones though, for real, at my parents' house, this was the last house that they lived in when they were in Seattle. And so they had a double driveway. So they had the bottom driveway at the bottom of the hill, and then this top one that was really steep. God forbid you had to back out of that thing. And so I'd be out up on the porch in the morning, and every now and then there would just be this shadow that would just stand there. And it was definitely a person. It wasn't opaque, but it wasn't like transparent by any means. It was just there, and then it would disappear. And it wasn't all the time. It would like happen like once, twice a year, maybe, on and off when it lived there, probably after I was like 15, maybe into my early 20s. But it was the weirdest friggin' thing. Rex, you hear that? Your homies, everybody needs work right now, so they're looking. He's been badass. I had totaled my car in 2005, and I should have died, but I like to think that Rex was out there looking over my shoulder, saving my ass, saying, "Dummy, this is not your time." Alright, now that we have this layout done, it is time to do some terraining. And I am actually going to grab a beer really, really fast. I will be back in like 2.5 minutes. 2.5. Count. Alright, I think that was like 2.5 minutes. Okay, I have to read this out loud because this is. I have a great thing that I occasionally catch in my periphery who lives in my hallway. I don't know if it's good or bad though. It's been here for years. Well, my only advice on that is if it hasn't messed with you, I'm gonna say it's good. That or it's just like a house ghost. Do you have a pet? Because that's like one of the things that like I always notice is with my cat, no matter where I've lived, any cat I've ever had, they see that shit before I do. It's just like, why are you looking at the ceiling, staring at the wall? Okay, creepy. And at least with Rex, I've never had them like arch their back, but I've seen dogs do some weird shit. Sorry, I'm opening adult beverages and I don't have a koozie, so I can't hide the label. Yeah, cats kind of just do or don't give a fuck. Depends on if it has anything to do with them personally. And I think that's why I like cats. They remind me of me. I keep telling myself I want to get a dog because we have a 10-year-old and I just feel like she'll be safer if we have a dog at the house, but so much responsibility that comes with having one. They're so cute, but they stink and they're drooly and they're big and they have claws and they poop. You have to pick up the poop with your hands. Yeah. Oh, wait. Now, when we say gray thing, we're talking a shadow, not an alien, right? Because aliens could also be referred to as the gray. You said you were in Iraq, though, right? So possibly post PTSD from serving? Or was it before that? Oh, okay. Gray boy. Gray boy. Is that his name? So it's just like, that is your name? So that way we are comfortable. Address the demon by their name. Yeah, dude, I think, man, we all gotta find some magic blocker for any sort of trauma. I don't know if that's when mine showed up, because I was definitely a kid when I started seeing it. And if I have trauma from that age, I definitely blocked it out. But I use just a really dark sense of humor that can sometimes be too dry or offensive as my defense blocker. How old were you when you lived in Iraq and Afghanistan? Entries with us. Mesquite, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was like, like, oh, I go move abroad. Dark sense of humor setting in. Sorry. So is Gray Boy the one that lives with you or in your mom's house? Or is this a one situation? Because if it followed you, dude, that thing is on you. That's not the house. Rex has definitely followed me every place I've ever lived. It's been very judgmental of partners. Oh my god, trees. Weird. Were you freaked out? Is it just like start happening around the house, or you just started seeing him in the house? There's not, I mean, not too much to tell about Rex other than he saved me from car accidents. He actually one of my favorite stories. My like first real like long-term boyfriend. I went over there and everybody was sleeping, so went in, locked the door as usual, went straight to bed, and his roommate the next morning was all super pissed off, like, I left the door open, like, what the hell? Like, you know, stuff was all over the apartment. I was like, what? And something about me running up and down the stairs all night long. I was like, no, I didn't. Like, I like literally like came home, shut the door, locked it, and went right to bed. And so also in the same evening, uh, my boyfriend had French doors on his bedroom, and the bedroom window was shut. And at some point, we had woken up startled because the door had flown open. Both doors flew open, and the blinds were just like, psh. Windows were closed. Just like, what the hell? And, you know, I shut the door, and yeah, so when we got the text from the roommate the next morning, it was like, okay, so we aren't totally crazy, and had checked the forecast from the night before, and there was no wind. So that was weird, and that was like one of the first signs I was like, oh, okay. My ghost isn't happy. I did question myself. But at the same time, it wasn't like my first like real encounter. It was nothing that like, I guess I was startled, but he was more like, no way, that's, no. There's no way that that's what that could have been. I was like, all right, well, you were there. Well, okay, tell me more. Tell me more. I need details to make an educated guess. Sorry to hear that. I did too. Mm-hmm. This is all sounding very familiar. Good for you. Congratulations. Shit's hard. Very hard. This is all. I'm just gonna nod because I understand more than you know. Go on. Oh. Sorry, my husband's over here making a ton of noise. I said my husband's over here making a ton of noise. It's okay. No. Thank you. Bye. Well, I guess that kind of depends when you started noticing him, like your specific experiences. Were they during times of like low points, or was it just like totally random? I'm not a doctor, but just from experience, personal experience. Lament. Oh my god, this is like smooth jazz. We have got to switch this on. I didn't even notice. Oh no, I've like. So I did this. I saw a life coach, and she's a hypnotherapist, and so I did this like hypnotherapy for a few months, and you know I've like definitely battled up and down with like abuses of substances, um maintained for a long while, but I went through this hypnotherapy and saw some of the craziest stuff just from breathing. It was like all neurons and stuff, and so I don't know, maybe it was like your brain's way of like, I don't know, like I said, defense mechanism, like something was there, like kind of keeping an eye on you and like letting you know you weren't alone. And I, even though like could be totally scary, maybe that wasn't what its intent was. Like your brain knew you wouldn't be scared of it, maybe. Okay, yeah, I know. Good. I like that. That's hilarious. But yeah, okay, so you know what I'm talking about then. Like I wish I could remember the therapy I did. Uh damn it. I've got a workbook around here somewhere, but I'm not gonna go looking for it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, and I mean if you're like totally, you know, messed up and high end stuff, like obviously that's gonna be a lot more alarming and gonna cause a heightened anxiety than otherwise. Although I guess supposed to anybody. Scared. I mean, how do you feel about it now? Now that you're like, obviously going through therapy and working through it, like how do you see it? Do you, I'm assuming, talk about this in your sessions? I don't know if I actually want to put bushes in here. Give the illusion of a bush. Yeah, why is that? It is kind of serious. I'm like, I don't know. I too have experienced some stuff, and there's some things that I definitely just don't talk about, but I guess making myself a little bit more vulnerable as far as opening up about my experiences is healthy for me personally. Although my ghost, I've always been open about that, and people just think I'm weird. I'm cool. My mom believes me. When you were a kid living up in your parents' house, did you guys ever do like Ouija boards or try to talk to the spirits or anything like that? There's got to be something that rhymes with ghostiest. Ghostiest, toastiest, mostiest. They don't accept you at your ghostiest, and they don't deserve you at your mostiest. You can have that one. It's yours. You're welcome. I'm just gonna cycle through all these doors before I decide on the door that I had to start. Because that's what we do. Was it your Ouija board? Did you guys bring it into the house, or was it there when you moved in? Was it in the basement or the attic? Did it come back out of the fireplace? Did you catch on fire when you threw it in the fireplace? I'm a huge horror movie fanatic, so you can go through all the scenarios. My coach, my life coach, she actually one day she made a comment to me. She was like, because I said something about my love for horror movies, and she was like, there's something deeper there that we should probably get into. And I was like, nope, we're not gonna do that. You're not ruining this for me. No, thank you. We can work on other things. All right, we got to put our other windows in here. But you don't actually know who brought it into the house. Although I think technically the Ouija board was invented by Mattel, but I like to believe that they date back much farther than that. At least some sort of like spirit speaking board. We actually never had a Ouija. No, we never had a Ouija board. I think I like, again, growing up and having to go to Catholic school is one of those things that was just like, I'm good on that. Dude, I know. Seriously. I was actually joking with a friend because I want to go to the South really bad. I want to go to New Orleans, not Mardi Gras or anything like that, but like go visit some crazy uh ancient hoodoo places. Just want to experience it. You know, I'm fascinated by all cultures and religions. They're just all of them are fascinating to me and I'd just like to see it. He was like, "No way." I was like, "Come on, I need you to be that guy that holds the mirror for me just in case I do get possessed by something so you can catch it." Still not down. He is a good friend though, otherwise. I don't fuck with dolls, by the way. Dolls, clowns, pictures of people, like old painted pictures. If it looks like their eyes can follow you in any way, there's something about a certain way you fixate the pupil, and it's creepy as hell. I think we should go for like hardcore and soft wood paneling. Yeah, no, I'm with the whole fact that like if it makes me uncomfortable, nope, we're good. Don't fuck with it. It is gone. Doesn't need to be here. Get it out of the house. Oh, that's right. We can't do that door like that. No. Dude. Actually, my daughter had bought, well, I take that back. Her girlfriend's mom had bought them a Ouija board at a ghost conference. And it had never been used before, fortunately. But it sat in my living room for a while. And my daughter was going to take it to a party to give to back to the girl because I guess they were going to like timeshare this Ouija board, and my daughter never used it. And so she brings it to the party, and one of the girls' moms is very Catholic and was just like, no, no, absolutely not. And one of the moms had to call me and tell me, and I was like, oh my gosh, like the intention was not to play the Ouija board. Like she was supposed to just give it to her friend's mom and call it a day. But that's not how it went down. And now my daughter is like, well, at least to this one girl's mom, thinks she's a devil worshiper. She's not. I don't think, at least. She's only 10. Where'd that sliding door go again? Alright, I think we're going to stick with that one. You do make a good closet door. Double closet. Okay. Seriously though. I'm definitely at the point in my life where, especially over the last few years with like cancel culture and everybody's opinions being so everywhere, and I was just like, I'm tired of listening to people's opinions. Holy crap. Like, turn the world off, turn my brain off. I am like totally inclined, like, I will listen to anybody's point of view about anything. Even if I don't agree with it necessarily, I'm curious. Like, if you don't understand somebody's point of view, so with conspiracy theories, some of them like, I'll hear you out. Why not? Entertain the idea. Anything is possible. I mean, now, you know, they're admitting aliens are real, and it's like, yeah, at least my whole life, for sure. It's like, this has been a proven fact, and you've made us freaking believe we're absolutely insane. You lying shits. Told you we're going with a lot of wood paneling here, so there it comes. Well, and you were military too, so you, I'm sure, definitely experienced quite a bit more and saw a bit more that you're like, that doesn't exactly add up. Okay, I'm 41, and I will tell you, I am more open-minded about things, politics, religion, even money. It's not something I necessarily talk about, but I'm more open-minded about it. Music, movies, pop culture, I don't even know anything about pop culture. Like fashion, I'm definitely a Scrooge about. I'm like, what is that? Why? And I think that's part of age, but our parents didn't do that because they didn't have freaking internet. So we didn't have to relive it all day, every day. Your clearance makes you suspicious? Why? Is it like limited or? Oh, wait, no, that's definitely gotta be wallpapered. That's gonna be a dining room. Oh, yeah, exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you're in the military. You know they cover some shit up. And I don't know, personally, like, I think there's so much that's been covered up, I wouldn't even, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's like when they say ignorance is bliss in those specific cases. Don't, oh, the bear. Oh, that's hideous. And that kind of works. Although, wait, isn't there like an orangey one of those? Peach. Nope, we're going to the other one. I think my kitchen is gonna keep with a similar theme here. At least for that wall. Just to share with the world. I'm like, tell me more. Tell me more. My mom was always one of those people growing up that was like, believe nothing of what you hear and half of what you see. I think I took that like super literally. Oh, dude. The Hill That America Died On. That would be our docu-series name. All of the lies and the cover-ups. Grandma's bedroom needs to be green. That is too green. I always wonder when it comes to like conspiracy theories and whatnot, like, you know, the truth that is behind them, like, how many people have actually died to keep that a secret? People that nobody knows ever even existed because that's the way that they made it. Keep it this brown. Not a bigger one of this in here? There's not. Nope. I'm imagining things. This one, that's too low. Here we go. That will be Grandma's long hallway there. Keep the bathroom theme the same here. CIA was always one of those things, like, I'll be honest, like, if somebody ever said, like, I work for the CIA, I'd be like, you're a liar. Like, so you're right, it is kind of a joke. But I guess to me, growing up, it was like a different kind of like a joke. No, Grandma needs like a rose-colored bathroom. The CIA does, like what kind of stuff do they post? I mean, I definitely don't go on there. Like, I try to limit my exposure to what the hell's on there on the internet sometimes. I'm like, good lord, I'll just look at Sim stuff. Yeah. Well, it just seems like the CIA, the government, are like constantly like covering up one lie after another, over another, over another, over another, and like they're at the point where it's like they're not even sure what they're saying anymore, and their fact checker is like, I don't know, I can't track back that much data. Ooh, that is kind of ugly enough to be Grandma's bathroom. We added like paneling to it. Yeah, let's do that. Well, shit, that's a lot better than talking about some of the other stuff going on. Or, I'm not even gonna dare mention that couple's name. Are you still military then? Do you still work for him? Have a crew kind of on the same level of understanding as you? Oh, okay. My daughter actually mentioned something about wanting to go into the army the other day. I was like, you want to go for it? You just pick your area before you get recruited. Still got time for her to change her mind. I am not opening my floor plan anymore. Open floor plans are so out, and you know what? As much as I love them, they're a fire hazard. In the 60s, we were still trying not to burn our children yet. We were just driving recklessly down the highway with them in the front seat, no seatbelt, no car seat, just smoking a cigarette, drinking a beer, hoping that we didn't get under the back of a trailer. You know what my daughter's reason for wanting to join the military is? I think it's bless her little heart. So we moved to the coast in 2018 from Seattle, which is a very large city. And at the time that we moved, we were like, well, we can't afford a house in Seattle right now. So move to the coast, we'll be able to buy a house in like a year. Flash forward a year, we buy a business, and we're like, okay, well, we'll wait one more year and then we'll buy a house. Just, we can get settled into the business. And then COVID happened. So we were like, okay, well, like we better get on this. And we literally watched for one reason or another. I think the house buying gods were out there to save me, but we did not end up buying and watched the house's prices literally double in 3 years, and we were just like, well, we're not buying a house. So my daughter, bless her little heart, was just like, well, I'll join. If I join the military, then I can buy a house. We can buy a house. And I was just like, oh, that's so cute. It's not in the cards for us. It's not in the cards for us. You either go to the bank of your parents, or you make like $2 million a year. No, Americans aren't. And I wonder, it's like, is it the rest of the world? Like, it has to be this bad, obviously, in other parts of the world. Like, I definitely know, like, France and Italy and, most of Europe is getting absolutely outrageous, but is it just us? That it's this bad? It's not sustainable. Oh, wait, I'm going for the orange carpet. Dude, you... Shag. Is there an orange? There's not an orange, but there's a taupe. For real. The American dream is possible if you move to the southern states. And here's my conspiracy theory for you. is that they want us to leave the cities. Stick with me here. They want us to leave the cities, so it is so expensive. We are forced to live in more rural areas, which, you know, predominantly like have less education. You know, voter rights are much more restricted, and yeah, the goal is to fuck us and then build all these industrial complexes in the city and fucking shit skyscrapers. And then the AIs will move in with all of us and we'll never even fucking know it because it constantly is growing. Yeah. Oh, they're coming. They're coming for everyone. And I'm saying this on a stream, and of course now that makes me like blacklisted fucking target. Thanks. Thanks. I don't care. I don't post this stuff on social media, so you know they need something for my algorithm. Double agent life, man. I think we're all double agents. If you've ever worked in the service industry, you're a double agent. Actors get paid millions of dollars. People in the service industry, they just are. This is not what this is gonna look like. I'm gonna fix this, so stop yelling at it. Ugh. Well, actually, no, I don't oof. Because I personally believe everybody should have worked in the service industry for at least 6 months, if not to a full year of their lives. I feel that is a commitment to humanitarian rights. I don't think people understand how to fully treat other people until they have put themselves a day in their shoes. In the service industry, that is a fucking decade. Not true. Not true. I can't sleep at night. For reasons not the same as yours. But it's okay. I I I lived a life. I lived a life. I don't know what I'm doing this for, but we're gonna go and fix this. I mean, this was the whole point. Make fun of me all you want. This is the whole point of me getting into streaming, is because I needed to build a community of people that I could talk to. I am very internalized, so this is therapy for me. I watch people do it all the time, and I'm like, how do they do that? They just like talk about their like stuff, like their life. That's weird. Why would they do that? Then I was like, this actually might be kind of healthy. I should stop talking shit and just do it. So thank you, Teddy. Thank you. I hope you're not a bot, because if you did, you're gonna fuck me up, and I'll find you. Okay, see, there you go. If you were a bot, you'd be like the coolest, nicest bot ever. And happy official Veterans Day to you. So if you're 2 a.m., so you are obviously East Coast then. Military. North Carolina? That's legit. That is awesome. Virginia. I just actually recently found out, well, I knew my dad was adopted from Virginia, but recently found out that his real birth father was from Virginia. So, dun, 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 I'm a Virginian by blood. I'm really Italian and Irish, and apparently not Virginian. I'm kind of shocked at myself for doing that little dance. Do it again. I would do it again. Well, if your house was from Revolutionary wartime, you must be New England? Are you a Patriots fan? My husband is also German Jewish. Sports are for dorks. That is. Uh, can't not laugh at that. It's funny, of like, my friends don't like sports either. My family likes sports, but my friends don't like sports. I have made friends with people who do not like sports, and I think it's just the funniest thing in the world. I'm like still laughing about that. uh, I could like just hear my friend Tyler's voice saying sports are for dorks. Uh, bless your heart. The guy who stuffs somebody in a locker but doesn't like sports. Oh, Doyle rules. Yes. You could just like start talking about like what level mage you are. I could scare him off maybe just as well. Then you might get pushed in the locker, and that would just be the opposite, counterproductive, not what we're going for. I'm not going for CC. I'm not gonna do it. Not the textile I chose. Oh. Here, I'm about to open this up for you a little bit more with some bougie windows. I don't know any sports dweebs to send you. I'm in a fantasy football league and we all fucking suck. So I think I might be the sports dweeb. Actually, my aunt's pretty good. My husband's pretty good, but this shit's rigged. Oh, is that opening up for you? That's not going to be hard, especially this time of year. At least through February, any Thursday, Sunday, Monday, Saturday, other sports, other days of the week. But I don't care. I think baseball's over. I'm gonna say baseball sucks. It's boring. Well, if you don't play sports, do you at least play video games? I realize I still haven't windowed this entire house. Oh, we are on a window delay. Nerd alert! Oh, I have to pee. Super bad. So the other ones. Okay. If you took out the commercials of all professional sports, if you're watching them on TV or in real life, no breaks, no commercials. Football's not that boring. Rugby's definitely not boring. I'm not going to go into the other sports because there's a lot. Can't say curling's boring, right? I mean, you're sweeping. You're sweeping. Sweep, 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 sweep. Then you're like, you have to like get like the legs slide just right. I love it when my moderator sissies. Might not be safe. We're safe. Football is entertainment. That's for me what it is. I think that's its purpose, but it's not a religion by any means. I'm not there like I'm not there like that. I cannot commit myself to anything the way if crazed football fan or a Taylor Swift fan would. It doesn't make sense to me. Now I can commit myself to cheese and obviously my family. I should have said probably my family before cheese. Family, cheese, fermented pickled things, nuts, like peanuts, ones that could cause serious death, not like don't be gross, and there's a lot of other things in my head. So number 5 could be like, we'll just keep that an infinite number of other things. That's it. At least you will be protected in the upcoming inevitable fucking war we're all going to be going into. But Teddy, hold your guns. I gotta pee really bad, so I'll be back in this time probably like 6.5 minutes, not 2.5. Be back. All right, that might have taken like a minute or two longer than I said. Sorry. Ugh, that sucks you're sick, dude. I was sick for like fucking 3.5 weeks. I'm pretty sure it was COVID. I lost my sense of taste for like 4 days, so. Not a fan of taking sleeping aids either. I have been though, like, what was it, like 4 days ago, 5 days ago maybe? I got this like, what's that brand? OM, and it's got like 10 different kinds of mushrooms in there. One being ashwagandha, which I friggin' love that stuff. And like, I swear to God, it's like natural Adderall, and I'm just been like, doo 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 doo. So like last night, I didn't sleep till almost 5 in the morning. And yeah, I also maybe woke up around noon today. My brain is so active in the late hours, it sucks. Oh, dude. Oh my God, coding. So I grew up in Seattle and used to be able to drive across the border to the duty free and get 222s, which was legal coding. Uh, yeah, I know exactly that feeling you're talking about right now. That's kind of how I was when I was sick. Like, I couldn't even play games. I just, if I tried, I'd sit at my computer, just like, oh my God. No. Your brain is floating. I get floaty brain when I'm on Benadryl, so I'm guessing it's very similar to that. I am a total lightweight when it comes to stuff like that. I got such bad when I was sick. I got really bad sinus infections. So after like, I think it was like 10 days maybe of like insane sinus pressure, like my teeth felt like they were fucking all abscessed and like gonna fall out. Oh, they hurt so bad. And I have this reserve of Vicodin from a surgery I had like 7 years ago, and I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna take one. I felt like shit, but my mouth stopped hurting. Are you on a bunch of drugs too, like NyQuil stuff? Oh God, I can't take NyQuil. NyQuil like it's like crack. I'm just like I'm awake. Vodka will do that. Oh God, I spent so much time loving vodka. That's one of my, she's one of my triggers. Can't drink vodka anymore and it breaks my heart. I can have like one Bloody Mary and that is my limit with Lady Vodka. Dirty bitch. Oh, you want the truth? Or you want me to make something up? I'd like to really answer that question. Think about what response you want to hear. It turns me into an asshole. Like a belligerent asshole. I went to my best friend's sister's wedding, and bless their hearts, they had an open bar. And my boyfriend and I were very heavy drinkers at the time. I drank a lot of whiskey, but before that, it was always raspberry Stoli vodka with soda, club soda, and just a teensy splash of grenadine, if even like a dollop. And I used to drink I drink to the point where I black out every night, and I don't even know what I did. But particular night, different boyfriend. So go to the wedding, totally hammered, go home. Of course I drove because I'm a dumbass. Thought it was invincible. And he left to I think he was hosting some sort of a rock band night at a bar or something like that. So he used my car. So he took my car, my keys, my purse, my cigarettes, and my wallet. If you woke up from a blackout, a brownout, I'd say a brownout, seeing all that was gone, knowing where it was, consciously being aware of, you knew where it was, but you had no way of at least going to the store to buy a pack of cigarettes. I trashed my apartment. I trashed it. Our apartment, I should say. We lived there together. And yeah, he came back from the bar in great mood with his buddy, who was a good friend of ours, who was actually going to be staying with us for a while. And that was his introduction to me, essentially. Came home and I was in a fit of rage, and the entire apartment was what was not grounded to the floor was on the floor. What was not broken or what was not breakable was still intact. What was fragile was no longer a thing. Yeah, we don't drink vodka much anymore. I love it. No, I love vodka. That's my problem. I love vodka. So, but I'd like to hear more about your tequila. That was my dark story about vodka. See, if you can be responsible, well, that's awesome. For me, it was. I'm like that with any hard liquor. Like whiskey is my oof. I love whiskey. I love bourbon. I love a good brandy. But I feel like I could drink as much of that as I could vodka and still be a nice, responsible person. Be fun at least still. Jaeger we don't touch. That's like that is like you do not cross the line. There is salt. There is I don't know, fucking red sand or something. There is a demon blocking barrier that protects me from Jägermeister. We don't cross the barrier. Safe place. Jaeger is what you drink when you're a fucking asshole. You're an asshole if you drink Jaeger. If you buy Jaeger shots for people, you want to start trouble. Here, let me spell this for you. You're almost there. Actually, it might be J.I. now that I think of it. I'm gonna look this up. Oh. Fancy A. There we go. I shouldn't have had to look that up. I did know somebody named Jaeger in college, in high school, I suppose. It was spelled J. Jaeger. I was gonna put a door back here. Okay, you want to hear a Jaeger story? I want to hear your tequila story. So when I'm telling you my Jaeger story, you can type your tequila story. But true story again. 4th of July, 2000 and maybe 233. I want to say 2003. My boyfriend hadn't moved to Hawaii yet, and it was hot in Seattle. It was definitely high 90s. And my best friend and I decided we were gonna be responsible and just drink these 2 cups for the whole party. So we split an entire fifth of Jaeger into two keg cups, 16-ounce traditional keg cup, no ice, just raw dogged Jaeger in a hot cup, and drank that from about, I don't know, like 1 in the afternoon to about whenever the fireworks start. So like 10 o'clock ish. Maybe ate like part of a hot dog. And anyways, of course I blacked out because it's the fucking devil juice. Walking to Gasworks Park, and I know for sure I blacked out on that walk. Apparently I tripped over someone's blanket and she started screaming at me. I screamed back and almost started a fight with some lady in front of her kids. And my boyfriend decided, well, okay, nope, we're out of here. So he decided to drag me out of there, and apparently I swung and hit him. These are all not things I'm proud of, but I'm just saying them because now they kind of make me laugh because life. And so we're walking back, and I guess my best friend had this. I do remember this part. I started browning out from the black, and I remember she tripped and she sprained her ankle, so we left her in a bus stop where we had to go then pick her up with a truck to throw her in the bed so we could take her to the doctor's office. And yeah, I haven't drank Jaeger since. And I'll keep in mind, this recap was via my boyfriend at the time, and his version might not be the full truth because his version was always a taller tale than reality. But it sounds good when you tell it. I love tequila though. I love tequila. Ugh. There's tequila. There's something about tequila where I know I can't drink too much of it because it's tequila. You're just like, oh. So tequila's like, it's got like a governor on it. Like your body tells you, nope, 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 nope. Don't go too fast with this. Slow down. The death wobble. Tequila death wobble. Excuse me. I feel like Mid-Century House would definitely have a sleazy kitchen door. It just makes sense. Ooh. I guess it too was probably like cheap tequila, bottom shelf. Damn, I went to, well, no, I didn't go to. I hosted a party where it was a housewarming party. Oh, Cuervo, gold or silver? Because that definitely does make a difference as far as the vomiting goes. The cheap one. Oh, I guess it depends where you live. Uh, that's brutal though, dude. Oh God, I just tequila just makes me a happy guy. I'll probably puke, but like I'll be like, all right, it's out. Let's keep going. Okay, the yellow bottle. That's definitely the gold then. Yeah, silver's the white one's clear. But that could also tell you if you can drink brown liquor or clear liquor. I bet if you did the clear, you might be okay. The silver. Although I don't technically consider tequila gold brown liquor, but it's considered not clear, so semantics. But yeah, we had this house party and the previous owners had left a bottle of 151 in the cupboard, a half gallon of it. And there was like these like floaty like chunks in the bottom of it, and people were like trying to take pulls off it, and it was like, dude, you got to take like the fire safe thing on. Like there's a reason why you're not supposed to be taking pulls off of this stuff. So popped it off, and I literally put that stuff to my lips and was just like puked everywhere, and I hadn't even had a drink prior to that. It was so vile. Like, ugh, ugh. I think the only time I've ever had what was 151 was in a fucking Long Island on my 21st birthday. Disgusting. Disgusting. Tequila's rough. Like if you have a bad tequila one, I mean that's just it's like the smell of it for me. Like I can't do rum. It's just like it tastes delicious, but if I smell it, I'm just like, oh. Like if somebody makes rum balls or like hot buttered rum, which I did love and used to make often, I'm just of sensory overload, memories come flooding back that nobody wants to relive. You can Nobody can drink 151 easy. That's not a thing. That's fucking gasoline. That shit is flammable as fuck. Some 151. Delicious. No problem. Doesn't burn, and I like hot sauce, but 151 is gross. Alcohol does go down smooth. It's true. It's true. I love beer. I love wine. I love whiskey, beer, wine, and whiskey, and water. Water's good, and coffee. Top five. Top five. Since you're still Army, though, you cannot. Tequila, on the other hand, tequila is still alcohol. Oh God, dude, one night I think it was Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving. But in my family, they're big wine drinkers, and so of course I'm like, ooh, I think I was 20, must have been 22, 23 at the time, but so much wine. And then we're like, let's go back to our apartment and maybe I was 24, 25. Maybe I was married. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was old. I was old enough to have a tolerance. Let's go back to our house and like host a bunch of people for the Friendsgiving after the family event. To which, of course, we drank a ton of beer. And I just like progressively remember like sinking like my chin into my lap. And then like very politely getting up to excuse myself to my own bathroom to go vomit for like 20 minutes. Wine and beer. That's one I do not mix to this day. At least red wine. Tequila's the devil's brew? No, dude. Jaeger is devil's brew. Tequila is like the devil's hors d'oeuvre. They give you a taste, but you do have the choice to back out or not. You don't have to have the meal. It's on like the devil's, what are those called? A devil's flight. It's on the devil's flight. Like you get 6 tastes. Whether you want to buy that one or not, that is your choice. Now, I like the devil's hors d'oeuvre better. Where's my shovel? You know what's really disgusting? Is that underbrow stuff. That's stuff that you're supposed to take after a meal before you start drinking so to feel less full, or I don't know. You can take it before you drink. It makes you feel better, but it's technically supposed to be an after meal thing. But the whole thing is you're not supposed to get a hangover if you drink it, and that stuff tastes like Jaeger and it's gross. Hey, thanks, Teddy. Well, I appreciate it. It was good talking to you. I'm actually probably gonna call it here shortly. But this has been highly entertaining. Ghosts and tequila and conspiracy theories, all favorite subjects of mine. And I will, for you, do an open floor plan next time. I promise. It'll be Teddy's place. Thanks, dude. Well, I hope you feel better and that floaty shit goes away. If not, at least enjoy the ride while you can and not have to go to work. Put on like Titanic or something like that. Since you don't like football, watch Titanic. Again, happy Veterans Day, and you're very welcome. Thank you for everything you've done for our country and for what you continue to do. You're awesome. And go sports ball. Woo team, go! America! Hell yeah. We'll get some good rest. Sleep is the best. Ooh, I rhymed that. It's twice now. Night night. All right, so this for me is actually, ooh, wait, you know what? Before we leave the stream, I'm gonna paint this roof, but this is a good stopping point for me as well. Dun, 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 dun. What roof are we gonna do? No. Oh yeah, that's perfect mid-century enough. Perfect. All right, y'all. Well, it was awesome being here, and thank you for watching, and I will definitely be back tomorrow. And yeah, have a good night. I'm out. Thanks.